Hi there, this is Chris Berry, Certified Outlaw Attorney with Castle Wealth Group Legal. And today on Berry's Bites, which are just bite-sized pieces of knowledge on estate planning, elder law, asset protection, today we're going to talk about ladybird deeds, or what is a ladybird deed? So a ladybird deed is a type of deed we use a lot in our office. And it's a type of deed that works for your home or other pieces of real estate where the home would remain in your name, and upon death, it avoids probate and goes to whoever you've named as a beneficiary. So it acts almost like a beneficiary designation for your home. So you can refinance it, you can do whatever you want with it while you're alive, but then if you were to pass away, it avoids probate and goes to whoever you've listed as a beneficiary, which a lot of times might be a trust. So it's a great way to fund a living trust. Now, also what a ladybird deed does is that it avoids estate recovery as we have it right now in Michigan. And it takes a moment to talk about estate recovery because it talks about or brings in what's called Medicaid. So Medicaid is a way to pay for long-term care in a nursing home. Right now, a nursing home costs about $8,000 to $12,000 a month in Michigan. And we have a governmental program called Medicaid that'll help pay for the cost of care in a nursing home. But to qualify for Medicaid, a single individual can only use or have $2,000 worth of countable assets. And then the state of Michigan places a lien on the home after that individual passes away if the real estate ends up in probate. So what the ladybird deed does is it avoids probate upon death, and also it avoids estate recovery if you were to need any type of long-term care like nursing home care. Now, that said, it's not the perfect tool because understand if you were to sell that home, all of a sudden the home goes from exempt to now a countable asset. So if nursing home costs are a big concern for you, a ladybird deed may work, but you might want to look at a castle trust, which is a type of trust that builds in asset protection, where as soon as you move the home into the trust, once you make it past 5 years, because Medicaid looks back 5 years to see if you moved any money around, and if you have, they're going to penalize you. But what the castle trust does, once you make it 5 years, everything inside of the trust is protected from that nursing home or Medicaid spend down, and likewise would be protected from that estate recovery. So, if you were to move the home into the castle trust and then sell the property, the proceeds of the sale would be protected. That's something that's a little bit different than with the ladybird deed. With the ladybird deed, the home needs to remain in the individual's name until they pass away, and then it'll avoid estate recovery. You cannot sell the home and convert that real estate to cash and keep it protected if you're using a ladybird deed. So a ladybird deed, it's a great simple way to avoid probate and avoid estate recovery as we have it now. If our major concern is just avoiding probate, making sure your stuff goes where it's supposed to upon death, we're utilizing a lot of ladybird deeds. But if asset protection is the biggest concern, then we might set up an asset protection trust like a castle trust and then move that home into the trust because now we could sell it if we wanted to. You have more flexibility that way. So a ladybird deed, it's a great tool. We use it quite often in our office. It's one of the best ways to avoid probate. Now I might be asking, well, what about a quick claim deed or a quick claim deed? We call this the deed in the drawer trick, where you sign a deed but you don't record it. There's a lot of problems with this. You can run into issues with the city tax assessors. If you lose the deed, the home ends up going into probate. So an above board way to handle things would be to utilize a ladybird deed. So if you want some more information on ladybird deeds, just give our office a call, 844-885-4200. Again, 844-885-4200. This has been Chris Berry with Castle Wealth Group Legal as we talk about what is a ladybird deed today on Berry's Bites. Hopefully you found this helpful. Take care.